top 3 Spider-Man figures coming right up.
Mr. Clicks Flicks is brought to you by Lucky Dice Cafe out of Huntsville, Alabama, home of the ROC. No matter if you're in the United States or around the world, Lucky Dice Cafe has the winning role for all your gaming needs. You can visit them at LuckyDiceCafe.com or on their Facebook page using the link found in the description of this video. Mr. Clicks Flicks is also brought to you by TrollandToad.com, one of the largest online gaming retailers. Use the promo code Mr. Clicks Flicks for 5% off your Heroclix order today.
Alright guys, so today we are going to do a top 3 video of the 3 best Spider-Man in modern age Heroclix. These are just my opinions, these are in no particular order, and then at the end of the video I will give a quick team for whichever one is my personal favorite out of these 3. Just for you guys to use, play, and try out. I'm really excited for this video format, so let me know in the comments below if this type of video would be something you'd be interested in seeing more of. This is sort of like the pilot video for it. So let's go ahead and get into this. So first up is Spider-Man number 45 from the Avengers, Black Panther, and the Illuminati Heroclix set. This guy's really good. He won a lot of respect from me in Team Nationals Sealed. He's got 2 different point lines. He's got 85 and 145 point lines. At 145 points, he's got a 9 movement with a special on it, 12 attack with precision strike, 18 defense with invulnerability and indomitability, 4 damage with shape change. He's got a 5 range, and then at 85 points, you only lose 2 clicks, and you have an 8 movement with that special, 11 attack, 18 defense with toughness, 3 damage with perplex. So his 2 traits, or his 1 trait is called 3 Waldos, and it basically gives you a couple of choices. You take at the beginning of your turn, you choose one of the following: Flurry and Giant Reach 2, or Combat Reflexes and Stealth, or Improved Targeting, shoots out of adjacency, and Triple Target, and you can use that until you choose again. So you have that basically your entire time. If you just say it at the beginning of your turn, the first turn, in theory, I believe you get it the rest of the game until you declare it again. So definitely some defensive and offensive things. He has another trait, which is Super Senses, Protected Outwit, so he's always got Super Senses to go along with whatever's going on in his defense. And then the special on his movement is, what's he going to do? Fly. Leap Climb. When Spider-Man uses it, after resolutions you may be given a close at no cost. So what this means basically is this is an offensive powerhouse. So what you do is on your turns where you're just trying to move, get them into position, or you're not going to be able to attack, you're going to be choosing Combat Reflexes and Stealth, placing them in hindering, and hoping for the best. And then on your offensive turns, if you play him, for example, this 145 points, you Leap Climb the full 9 movement, and then you can Flurry if you choose Giant Reach Flurry 2 for 8 possible damage, which is just insane. This guy's really good. Definitely somebody that I like, and then if you have him at the lower point value, you don't really lose that much offense-wise. He goes down to an 11 and 3 are probably the 2 main ones, so you'd have to choose where you want to dump that Perplex into to get his stats back up similar to where they are. But, I mean, for 60 points less, you're not really losing that much. Good assortment of keywords with Avengers, Pro Registration, Spider-Man Family, Stark Industry, Armor, Reporter, and Scientist. This guy's just a really good figure. Only a rare, easy to acquire. Probably one of the best representations of this particular Spider-Man I've seen ever. So definitely cool. Like the sculpt. It's got the Spider-Man team ability, so he's able to wild card off friendly team abilities. Definitely one of the best ones in Modern. Then next up is one that you know, I gotta be honest, I kind of dogged on at first, but he has his place. This is a different Spider-Man, and I think that's what caught me, is that he's not really a Spider-Man in the traditional sense. This is the main set Earth X Spider-Man, number 15 in the set. He has the Earth X Spider-Man Police and Reporter keywords. He also has the PD team ability, and he has a special on his movement called Everyone Has Power, so my duty my only responsibilities to my daughter. Leave climb when Spider-Man uses it. After resolutions, he may choose a friendly character occupying a square adjacent to one he moved through. If you do, that character adjacent, place that character adjacent, and it can't be given costed actions this turn. So basically, it's a carry without being carried. It's a placement, so they don't have to break away or anything like that. And then he's only 30 points, has the PD and Spider-Man team abilities, which is really good. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's what he's here for. He's only 30 points. This particular one, I just realized this is the Fast Forces version. That's why he doesn't have. I was like, why doesn't he have the Spider-Man team ability? But here's the dial. The sculpt is exactly the same. So here's the dial for it. He's got an 8 movement with that special, and he's got his whole dial. And then he has support and perplex, 2 clicks of each. So depending on what you want to do, you can push him and get your perplex. For only 30 points, this guy's amazing. He's an amazing figure to keep somebody mobile. The figures can be, what's it have to be? Standard character. So as long as they're a standard character, he can move them. Which is just awesome. This guy's really good in my opinion. So definitely one of the best ones in modern age. And then the last one is my personal favorite. This is Spider-Man number M19008. This is one of the, Too Many Spider-Man OP kit, I think is what he came in. And this guy is the most Spider-Man-y Spider-Man to ever Spider-Man. This guy's phenomenal. I love him to death. He's got good keywords. He's got Avengers, Marvel Knight, Spider-Man Family, Celebrity, Reporter, and Scientist. He has improved movement, ignores elevated, hindering, and characters. And then he's got this super awesome trait, which is, what do I bring to the Avengers? Webs! Incapacitate is free. Now, Incapacitate is free is insane. When I used this guy on a team, I was able to lock down a team like the main attacker for most of the game with just this guy. So he is 100 points and starts off with a 9 movement with hypersonic speed, 11 attack with precision strike, 18 defense with super senses and indomitability, 3 damage with nothing on it, and 4 range single target. Has the Avengers and Spider-Man team abilities. This guy is crazy. So you're able to hypersonic in there. Let me break down for you what you're able to do with just this figure. You're able to hypersonic in there with what I feel are pretty competitive values. 9 movements, nothing to sneeze at. Plus you still have your extra 2 range. So really you have an 11 square swing with an 11 attack with precision strike. So you're definitely getting at least 1 damage to stick. And then after you do that, you can then either incapacitate the character that you just hit, or you can incapacitate a support figure that's nearby, or anything you need to do with. This guy's just great. He's 100 points, which is a little pricey, but I think I can sell you on the free in-cap enough so that you're definitely going to want him. So this is the figure, in case you haven't guessed, that we're going to be building the team around. So there are a few different teams you could go with. Some variants that I looked at were actually running 2 of these guys. This guy with, I forget the gem. I feel like it's maybe Reality Gem that gives an extra target to give him that extra target so you can dual target free incapacitate. It is off the chains insane. Just a few different variants. You guys let me know in the comments below what team you would build with this guy. I think that'd be really interesting to read. But I ended up just going with a generic Avengers team here. So what I did was I have this guy at 100 points. He's going to be the main attacker. And then we have Voyager to carry him and TK him around. With that 11 square swing, if she can take TK him out 6 squares, that gets you up to 17. You can cover a good amount of board with that. Then, to help him out, to make sure that he's able to hit and do damage, we have 2 of these A.I.M whites. Since we're going to be an Avengers theme team, they will have both Outwit and Perplex. So we're probably going to be dumping the Perplexes into the attack slot, because we also have 2 A.I.M reds, and they get enhancement and empower if they're on a theme team. so they're going to be mostly getting use out of Empower, so that he can be dealing possibly a 5 damage with a 13 attack with them. And then just to give me a leadership, so I have extra actions and stuff like that, I have an A.I.M blue. He brings leadership, he has probability control, and he makes it so that characters within 3 squares in line of fire don't need to be adjacent when they use enhancement, empower, leadership, or support. So that helps out the A.I.M reds mostly, but also the A.I.M whites a little bit. And also, if Spider-Man were to happen to go down, they make it so that Voyager's actually becomes viable, because then she ends up, depending on what your opponent has, we'll pretend like they don't have anything. So that gets her up to an 11 attack for 3 damage, and then she still has 1 perplex left, and she can mount some kind of an offense for you, which is really good. And then to cap this off is something that I really like the idea of, and that is Proxima Midnight's Spear. And we're going to put that on Spider-Man, and that's going to bring us up to a +7 Avengers theme team. It's going to leave you 2 points to play around with. And again, you can modify this however you like. But I want to put the Proxima Midnight Spear on Spider-Man because it grants me a few different things. So whenever I do my initial volley, my opening salvo, I can hit, and if I hit with the Proxima Midnight Spear, I can either give them immobile, or I can deal them 1 penetrating after resolution. Then I get my free incapacitate, which is just really ultimately helpful and super cool. And then after that, I can also utilize Proxima Midnight Spear, which is just even more insane that we get to use that. So I can choose again to either A, use the 1 damage after resolution, or I can give them immobile if I really feel like they need immobile. Although I feel like 9 times out of 10, probably just going to want to give the 1 extra damage, which is really, really cool. So you guys let me know what you think about this. Like I said, another way to look at this would be to run possibly 2 of these Spider-Man, maybe give 1 Proxima Midnight Spear and give the other one the Reality Gem, I believe is the one that hands out the extra target, and it is. Plus it gives a perplex, so you're able to dual target incapacitate, and then the other one would have the Proxima Midnight Spear to do what I just described. So like I said, let me know what you think of that stuff in the comments below. Always enjoy reading that stuff. If you have a favorite Spider-Man that did not show up on this list, make sure to leave that in the comments also. Alright guys, that's all I have for you today. As always, please remember this uncritical miss if you don't have probability control.